Florida International University facing backlash. It's for promoting a book discussion that explores Cuban advantages in U.S. immigration law. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman.
And I'm Jim Barry. The author is a Boston professor who has been invited by FIU.
However, a Miami-Dade commissioner says the book is anti-Cuban and promotes hate. CBS 4's Yvonne Taylor talked to the commissioner and reached out to the author of the book. He is in West Miami-Dade near FIU campus.
We interviewed an immigration attorney who said he is going to address facts. As far as FIU, they said that they are not promoting the book called Cuban Privilege, but their hosting of an event with the book's author is prompting controversy. Florida International University will host a discussion about this book, Cuban Privilege, the making of immigrant inequality in America.
But I think that the Cuban Research Institute shouldn't be hosting or sponsoring an event of this sort.
Newly elected Miami-Dade Commissioner Kevin Moreno is saying that Boston University professor Susan Eckstein, an author of the publication, is entitled to talk about the book. Moreno says not in South Florida. Are you mad at the book, at the author, or are you mad at FIU?
I'm mad at the Cuban. What upsets me is the Cuban Research Institute sponsoring or hosting an event of this sort. I think that it is offensive to our community, and there are hundreds, if not thousands, of folks in our community, based on the calls that we received, they're also insulted by this.
We contacted FIU asking for their reaction to Commissioner Moreno's comment, first on Monday, again this week. We also reached out to the author of the book, and we asked her for an interview for 10 minutes via Zoom. Both responded with a statement. She said she was tied up at her university, but she looks forward to talking about her book, which examines immigration policy since 1959. She also told us she makes no judgments if the policies are appropriate. FIU told us in part that it's their responsibility to uphold freedom of expression and support open discussion of the issues, even the ones that may be controversial.
The regime in Cuba continues
Orlando
to be
Gutierrez,
successful.
spokesman for the Cuban Democratic Directorate and author of Cuba, The Doctrine of the Lie, will participate with a different point of view.
I'm going to shy away from the word privilege. What I will simply say is the fact.
John Pratt is an immigration attorney. He responded addressing the Cuban Adjustment Act.
If a Cuban national is admitted or paroled into the United States a year and 1 day later, they can apply for a green card. That same provision is not applicable to Venezuelans, Nicaraguans, Haitians, or any other nationality.
As far as the thousands of Cubans crossing the southern border or those entering by sea,
If I sneak in, I cannot have access to the Cuban Adjustment Act.
those Cubans have to apply for political asylum like any other immigrant. Now, as far as the event to discuss the book, it'll be held here at FIU Modesto Maidique's campus. That will be on Friday, December 9th at 7 p.m. In Sweetwater, I'm Yvonne Taylor, CBS 4 News.